I'm Dana.
Hi, I'm June.
And we are Free as a Breeze. We're going to take you with us on our journey. I do have videos to upload later, but we just wanted to tell you about our trip that we went on. We actually left on Sunday. What day was it? The
19th, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
It was 19th. We left on the 19th.
It started flurrying when we left. We live in Western North Carolina. We're on our way to Kentucky. We went to Walmart and pick up some supplies and get some dry ice. They had no dry ice, so we had to go to our local supermarket and get some dry ice. We got that. We went to Asheville, picked up our friend Renee, and we got on the road. It was a nice trip. I had a dash cam. I was videoing our trip up there, and we went to Little Lick Campground that is in Daniel Boone National Forest and stay there. It's a really nice campground.
Gorgeous campground.
They don't have a lot. I think it's actually for horses or something, but there was nobody there. We were the only people there.
No facilities.
Yeah, no facilities. But we got there right at kind of dusk. We got out and walked around a little bit, but then we got back in the van because they said there was bear activity in the area and it was getting dark. And we eat our supper, and then we decided we would go to bed early. I think it was about 8 o'clock when we went to bed. Well, the temperature got down to like 28 degrees. I did not finish the van insulation, or we decided to go because I was off from work. So I didn't get out the van finished before we left. And about 11:30, Mom wakes me up. She's cold. So we start the heater and everything, and I give her my part of my cover because I was fine. And the fan, I guess I didn't think about it, but the heater didn't have a thermostat on it. It's a continuous run, and we only had a 400 watt Goal Zero Yeti, and it only ran about 4 hours and depleted the battery.
As you get older, you stay colder more, so you have to wear more clothes.
So we the heater quit about 12:15, and I stayed awake. I was still awake from 11:30 to like 2:30. I guess I couldn't get back warm. At 2:30, I got back up. Mom got back up because she was cold. So we get up, we start the van. We decide we're just going to go ahead and leave and go a little closer to our goal, which we were on the way to the Ark encounter. So we do that, and we travel to about 4 o'clock in the morning. I see this little parking lot, so I pull off and we park. Well, about 6 o'clock in the morning, people start coming in and shutting doors and slamming. But Mom got cold again, so we got up and we left. We went to Hardee's, had breakfast, got dressed, done a routine, went to the Ark encounter. This is Monday morning. We get to the Ark encounter. The tickets for the Ark encounter is an outside booth. It's like 32 degrees. It's very cold. Their computers go down.
Long lines.
Very long lines. Computer went down. We're standing here jumping around trying to stay warm. We get up there and they tell us, here's your armband, here's your free parking pass. You can come back and pay later when the computers come up. So you have to take a bus over to the Ark. We do that. We get over there. We get up there. We got to go in. They said, well, the power's out, so unless you have a flashlight, you can't go through. Mom's like, I'm not doing this.
I said, I didn't sign up for this. Let's leave and come back when they get their problems fixed.
So we did. We left because it was too cold. Like I said, it was 32 degrees. They had no heat, no power, no nothing. So we left, and we went to Walmart. We bought Mom a sleeping bag.
Wonderful bag.
Have to keep her warm. And then we bought a Mr. Buddy propane heater. And we spent a little while in there, and then we eat our lunch and went on, and we decided we would go up to a truck stop and stay, and we decided to go on up to the Creation Museum, which was supposed to be our next stop. So we did that, and we went and we stayed in a TA truck stop. I wasn't real impressed with it. It had a little room where it had a little TV room, and it had like, maybe 10 chairs set up. And they were all along the wall, and we did take the Goal Zero in and try to charge it some. We didn't charge it much, but we did charge it some. And then we got back in the van, and that's where we spent our first night. And then Tuesday, we went on up to the Creation Museum, and we got up there. That was it was pretty nice. I wasn't real impressed with it, but that was just me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
We lost Renee.
Oh yeah.
And me and Mom kind of stuck together. She's 77. I don't really want to leave her by herself. And we couldn't find Renee, and so we went over to the petting zoo and through their gardens they had. That was really pretty.
Yeah, it was nice.
And we come back up. Mama was really tired, so she goes to the van and she sits down. And I go back to try and find Renee. Can't find Renee. Well, come to find out, there was a part that was just for dinosaurs. Me and Mom didn't go through that, but Renee did, and it brought her out in a different area than it brought us out. So we eventually found her.
Renee had not taken her phone.
Yeah, it was in the van. I tried calling her, but it was in the van. She didn't take her phone.
She had no contact.
So we finally get up with her. We get back in the van and we go down the road. And this time, is that not? No, we stayed at Walmart parking lot this time.
I told Renee, and I will tell everyone out there, if you're with an older person, don't ever go away from them for long periods of time without communication, because you never know when something might happen and they have to go to a hospital or call an emergency vehicle. And of course that's true with a younger person too. So if there's more than one person, you need to have a way of contacting each other in case you get separated. It's very important.
And we're thinking about getting us a walkie-talkie system just for the two of us when we go traveling, so we'll be able to communicate with each other in short distances. But that night we went and we stayed in a Walmart parking lot, and we did call and ask them if we could stay. They said, yeah, that was fine, no problem. So we went there, and we actually slept pretty good until about 3 a.m. The sweepers decided to come through. So we got woke up by the sweepers, but it wasn't that bad. And then we went back to sleep, and we got back up. Mama got back up about 6 a.m. and she went ahead and went in Walmart, and she couldn't find any coffee because the restaurant they had in there was Subway, and one of the employees, do you remember his name? Was it Zach?
No. No. It was, I don't remember his name, but it was a guy in Walmart. He was really nice.
He was an employee in
He
Walmart.
went to the break room and made me a special cup of coffee just to help me out. He was really nice.
I don't remember his name either, but yeah. He was an employee that worked there, and he was an older gentleman, and he was so friendly. And all the people in the Walmart were friendly, and we decided, I went over and I started looking through the clothes because we'd got cold and stuff, and even though Mom had a sleeping bag, I found some leggings for like $2 that was on clearance, and I went and bought them, and I found some undershirts that were like $3, and I bought these because even though we're warm sleeping at night, it's cold during the day because it was like still 30, and I don't think it got over 38 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold.
So we got us some underclothes.
If you're going to the Ark Encounter, it's best to go when it's warm.
Yeah,
at least in the spring or fall and summer, not in the late fall.
So we go back on Wednesday to the Ark Encounter, and I have to tell you, it's amazing.
It is. It's awesome.
Just to walk up and see it, see how big it was, and they go through, how Noah built it and how it was made, and they do speculate on, how they fed them and how they water them, but even that is just amazing to imagine how many animals was on there and how they kept them fed and watered and all that. I highly recommend going to the Ark Encounter.
It is.
It's well worth the money.
One thing that's so awesome about it is the fact that you have to think back about the time it was built and what it must have entailed for Noah to have built that ark. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's in Williamstown, Kentucky.
Yes, and we highly recommend it.
Yes.
That is something to us that was very well worth the money.
And it's not that expensive either.
We got a combo because the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter are sister museums. So we got a combo ticket. Mine was $60 and Mom's was $45. And like I said, I don't remember. I think the Ark Encounter is just, $40 by itself.
$31 for seniors.
Yeah. So it's very well worth the money. It was to us. I was just in awe the way it was built, how big it was, and just, it was amazing.
Yes.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then that night, we went and we spent the night in a Flying J truck stop, and that was in Florence,
Yeah.
Florence, Kentucky. Loved this truck stop. It was amazing. The people were there, were friendly. Their TV lounge it was huge, had room for lots of people. All the truckers were there. They were
Had a
so nice.
laundry room,
Yeah.
showers.
We actually took a shower there
Yeah.
that night, and they charged, I think it was $12,
Yeah.
and it was very nice. The showers were awesome. It
They
was
were
very
clean,
clean
and
facility.
They provide towels and
And like I said, it had a laundry room. We didn't do any laundry, but we checked it out, and the TV lunch. And they also had another little area that had chairs and tables and stuff, and we used the Hot Logic and fixed our supper, and we actually just sat there and ate. We actually sat there and played cards. Like I said, everybody was friendly, even the truckers we ran into. They were very nice and supportive and everything, and we went back out and it was right next to the interstate, and there was trucks running, but we had earplugs. We bought some earplugs at Walmart. And actually, we had a really good sleep. It was amazing. We really we love Flying J, definitely. And then Thursday, we go to Newport, Kentucky, and we're going to the aquarium. So our little GPS, I have a TomTom. Yeah, I know it's old, but we're going down through there, and it takes us to this parking lot. It says clearance is 7 feet. Well, with our fan on top of our van is like 9 feet tall. So we had to kind of do a U-turn in the road and went around. And this was Thanksgiving Day. And they had this big marathon. People were running a marathon through there and stuff. You had to go through Cincinnati, Ohio, and come back around to go back down to Newport, Tennessee, which was kind of funny. And we asked a cop about parking at the meters. And he said, the meter maids are off today. He said, you can park as long as you want because they're not working. So we did, and we walked around town and went to the aquarium. There was nothing open but the aquarium.
it was nice, very nice.
It was the Newport Aquarium, and I highly recommend it. I think it was $26 or something with tax and all. Yeah. But we highly recommend it as well. It was very well worth the money. Totally enjoyed it, and I will have video that I did shoot, but the camera was kind of. That's when I lost battery power. I didn't power my camera. Another thing that happened Sunday on our way up there with the dash cam I was talking about, we get up there, and of course it used all the videos, so I decided to change the little card, the SD card in it, and I drop it. And they're like this, they're teeny tiny, and I dropped it. Well, I put the other one in. Well, I didn't put it in right. It slid in behind where it was supposed to go, so we had no dash cam the rest of our trip. And I never did find the little SD card that I dropped. Still haven't found it. But then, when we get done with the aquarium, Mama goes back, and she goes back to the van, takes her a nap. We're parked, this time we go down to the river and park because we're going on with the BB Riverfront riverboat cruise. And that's what we done for our Thanksgiving meal.
Right.
We boarded I think they let us on about 4:30. Mm-hmm. And then the cruise took off about 5. The meal was amazing.
It was great.
It had a buffet meal. And they
Turkey dressing, sweet potatoes, corn,
turkey,
beans. Yeah,
ham, rolls,
yeah.
all kinds of. They had 4 different kinds of dessert. They had a cheesecake, a pumpkin cheesecake, pumpkin pie, and a pecan pie. But the food was really amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and the wait staff was also amazing.
Yeah, they were.
And so I'll go outside after I get done eating when the riverboat starts, and I go up, and I get to sit with the captain. And I'm sitting up there filming and making, and he had a little heater up there because, like I said, it was still cold, but we still had a great time. It was amazing because you have Cincinnati, Ohio on one side of the river, and then Newport and Covington, Kentucky on the other.
And you can see the night lights of the cities.
Because it was dark.
Yeah,
and
it was nice.
It was really nice. We enjoyed it. I went back in, and Mom and them, there was a couple that was up from us, but was not very nice. They drank a little too much.
You're apt to have those.
Just one in every crowd.
Yeah.
But they got a little obnoxious, and they got to fighting and arguing, and they finally went outside. And we get ready to leave the riverboat, and it's pulling in the dock, so we decided to go out, and we got in line to get out. Well, we're standing on the steps, and look over there. Well, there's that guy. He puts a dip in his mouth, and all of a sudden he just spits right on the steps. And I told Mom, I said, you need to move, because he almost spat on me. That was kind of rude. But we had a really good time.
Yeah.
And then we parked. It was real funny. We parked for the night at that park, and a car pulled up right behind us, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. And we left. I wouldn't stay there. I told Mom, I said, I'm not staying here. Because, you know, I mean, we're in this great big huge parking lot. Why does this guy decide to just come up behind us when we're sleeping and pull in, and we had just got in the bed, and just pull right in behind us when there's this whole big parking lot that's completely empty? I think there was 2 other vehicles there. Why did he pull in behind us? So I freaked out, and I jumped in the driver's seat and took off. Follow your instinct. Always leave. And we found a Walmart that was like 3 miles away. We went there, and it was Thanksgiving night, and evidently they have their Black Friday on Thanksgiving night, but the parking lot was kind of full. But we went to the back area and found a place to park, and I was caught back there. I just pulled up, parked, and he never bothered us or anything, and we slept there the night. And then Friday morning, we got up and we went to Cincinnati's, how do you say that, Crohn's?
Conservatory.
It was Crohn's Conservatory.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really, really nice. And I have video of that I will be posting later as well. And then after that, we went to the art museum, and you can't film in the whole art museum, but I did film in some of it, and I will be posting that video later as well. And then we decided we were coming home. It was definitely an adventure and a learning experience.
You learn about what you need to do that you haven't done, and what you need to take that you didn't take, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a learning experience.
Yeah, and what you took too much of.
Right.
We actually did our clothes to where we could wear 2 days apiece. That worked out pretty good, I think, except we did get cold. We forgot. We should have just took some long handles,
Right.
and we didn't, but we bought some.
But we also cooked our meals and froze them and took them with us, and that's what we put in the Hot Logic and heated to eat it, the evening meal.
That's what we needed to dry ice for, to put in the cooler to keep our meals frozen. And it's funny, the cooler that we took, we put reflectives in it, we put these other things in it, trying to help it keep cool. It lasted about 3 days. But that was okay. It kept our food good enough to where... And then what the other cooler that we took was just for water that we drink, and for cheese and sandwich stuff and stuff like that. And it's real funny because it's a little small cooler, and I just put a little extra styrofoam down in there. It lasted the whole 5 days. The ice did, and it was just regular ice. It was a good little cooler. The other one wasn't so good. We thought the ice should have lasted a little longer, but you live and learn, and hopefully, one day when we decide to finish out our van, we'll get us a refrigerator. But for now, we're just traveling, and we did make some beds. We had our own little beds, and I think I have a video of that for the van, but I probably won't put it up till I get the van completely built, because it's kind of trial and error at this point. You kind of drive to see what you kind of need on your trips, and then you decide how to build it.
We hope you enjoy our video.
Yeah, and hope you enjoy the videos that we've already
Right.
posted. Thanks for watching, and we'll be free as a breeze. Bye-bye.